Agents of Mayhem was meant to be an interesting new idea from the developers behind the Saints Row series, but the game wasn't exactly well renowned upon release and simply fell into mediocrity. In this urban gameplay video, I want to take the time out to look at what happened to this new IP that only managed average scores and will probably never see a sequel again. Is the game as bad as they say it is, or are some of the critics being a little bit too harsh? Well, let's take a closer look at Agents of Mayhem.
No way I'm gonna catch that dynamo moving this slow.
Released back in August 2017, Agents of Mayhem was meant to be a fun third-person shooter that took the Saints Row formula and made it more of a shooter than the previous games, along with pulling it away from the superpowers that the last couple of Saints Row games have been known for. Despite this new fun direction, what went wrong? Well, to begin with, the game wasn't exactly adored by critics upon release. At best, the game was getting no higher than a 6 out of 10, which at best is considered to be a pretty mediocre game for a AAA title. Video game critics are known to be a little harsh at times. To be fair, it is their job after all, but with Agents of Mayhem, I would say that some of the critics are fairly accurate with some of the gripes that they've mentioned. After all, the game is quite enjoyable from what I've played so far, but there are a few elements that the game didn't exactly get right, such as the lack of a real story to the game.
I ain't dying because of Hollywood's fucker.
But with all that being said, the game isn't as bad as everyone seems to say. At the end of the day, it's still a rather enjoyable third-person shooter, and that's partly down to just how many fun and interesting characters there are.
I love kicking Legion ass.
Keeping it real, not every single one of the characters are all that interesting, but there are enough variants in all of the weapons between them to be worth a chance all the same.
Of course, I gave us a nickname.
You can't just give yourself a nickname.
Not just me, us.
Agents of Mayhem's biggest setback in my personal opinion is all down to perception. People are comparing this game to the Saints Row franchise, and whilst it may be in the same universe and also have the likes of Johnny Gat in the game, they are not the same game. Don't get it twisted, whilst Agents of Mayhem does have a few nods to the Saints Row franchise here and there throughout the game, it is still its own franchise, and with that perception of being a Saints Row wannabe is what's holding this game back big time. Before I go into my final thoughts, I want to hear from some gamers out there and definitely get their perception about Agents of Mayhem, so make sure you keep it locked.
Yo, Mad Pepper, let's go to the phone lines and see what the streets be saying.
Look, man, with that Agents of Mayhem game, it is what it is. Great, mindless arcade run and gun. The graphics are awesome and they got some really funny characters in there. But I just believe when you think about the longevity, the game lifespan isn't long at all.
Bringing you the best gaming content on the planet. You're watching Urban Gameplay.
As expected, I'm staring at a golem right now.
Hey peeps, welcome back and thanks for the gamers' opinions. To wrap things up, I think given the public criticism the game has received at this point, Agents of Mayhem is still a very playable game, providing you go into it without expecting too much. Overhyping the game definitely became its detriment, but going into the game without too much expectations made the game considerably more enjoyable, as you won't actually be expecting anything too grand. With everything that's gone on with Agents of Mayhem, it's definitely a game worth playing if you ever get the chance, because it's definitely a game you could lose a few hours in without worrying too much. Anyway peeps, this was certainly just a quick gaming topic which I'm gonna aim to do each and every week, where we just pick a game and talk about it. If you enjoyed this video, do hit the like button, and also do let me know in the comments below what you think about Agents of Mayhem. Have you had the opportunity to play this game, and do you think some of the criticism is a little bit too harsh for this game or justified? If you enjoyed this video, do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so before, and until next urban gameplay video, we definitely say peace out peeps.
Are you done playing with Babylon's toy? Good. Now get back to the Ark so we can plan our next move.
I'll see you back at the Ark, Agent.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more cool urban gameplay videos.